LittyTitty, and today I'll be discussing why the Lions could still, as of right now, halfway through the season, win Super Bowl 51. As you probably know, the Chicago Cubs just came off winning their first World Series since 1908. They just snapped their 108-year streak by beating the Cleveland Indians, who will support my example, as I feel that the Detroit Lions can gain confidence from this happening. Now, the Cleveland Indians are the perfect example because after the Cleveland Cavaliers won their NBA championship, they went from a 38-30 team to finishing off 94-67, improving their winning percentage after the Cavs won from 1.26 winning percentage to 1.51, and that's amazing. 0.3% means a lot, especially in the world of sports. So if you're winning by just that much more, you're winning a lot of games. And so that brought them to the World Series. As I told you, they lost to the Cubs. The Cubs would therefore be our influence. Now, don't get me wrong, I was going for the Cubs only because I hate Cleveland, specifically the Indians. I'm not a big hater of the Cavs, but the Indians, If you've paid any attention to football so far this year, you know exactly why our success has been pretty popular. And it's because of our quarterback, Matthew Stafford. Now, he has been having an elite season thus far. And as of right now, he has 67.7 completion rating, which is 0.5% better than last year, which was his best year for completion. And so far, like I'm saying, we're about to enter Game 9, so we're about to enter the second half of the season. Yes. And basically, what I'm saying here is the Detroit Lions are doing better right now because of Matthew Stafford. Now, we could have had a better start, don't get me wrong, but our start is decent because of this guy. If you look at his touchdown and interception ratings thus far, he has 16 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. If you were to double that, 32 touchdowns and 8 interceptions for the whole season, those are amazing stats. And if he actually did get those stats, 8 interceptions would be his career low. Now, if you've paid attention to Detroit Lions football, which most haven't, but if you're a Lions fan, you know this. The last half of last season, and just last half of most seasons, he does significantly better than the first half. Now, if we're looking at that, looking at his first half of this season, and you're saying he can be better in the second half, we are looking at unleashing a monster. Now, this could be a problem for every team who is not Detroit. Now, if we have that happen, he is going to have amazing numbers, and I feel like this is true, when he steps up, the team steps up. And in Detroit Lions history, that's always been the second half of the season. And as you guys know, with all good news comes bad news. Now, with our Detroit Lions team, as they are doing pretty decent, there are a lot of things that need to change. So let's start off with the offense. I said receivers, we need to work on having less drops. I'm pretty sure we're leading the league right now. I know Golden Tate has the most drops as a single person in the league right now, which that's Demaryius Thomas's job. Leave that to him. Alright, so we get rid of the drops. That will vastly improve our offense. And our offense has been pretty solid, so there's not too many things wrong with our offense. Otherwise, better blocks from the O-line for the run. Pass blocking, I'm going to tell you, has improved drastically. I think Glasgow and Taylor Decker were amazing additions to the team at the line, and they've been showing out. And this is their rookie season, so for O-linemen, things normally only get better. So the run blocking is definitely improved as well. I just say keep it up. Just improve a little bit more. And that's all I gotta say for the offense and the defense. This is where most of our problems are. We have Ziggy Ansah got hurt in week 2, I believe, versus Tennessee. He had a high ankle sprain. He's just recently coming back, and his first game back, the Ziggy effect was felt. He caused a few offside jumps. Also, the atmosphere of the Detroit Lions Stadium, Ford Field, was a help to Ziggy Ansah and the D-line for that. But specifically, it was the person standing in front of Ziggy Ansah who got him to jump twice. So Ziggy's effect has truly been noticed, but we've got to get him back to that Pro Bowl form, and that would really help our team. So that's one thing. The D-line also, this is for the whole D-line, we need to improve our run stop. Now, against Houston, we got ran over, and that's why we lost the game. We had a chance to stop them in the end and try to get the ball back, score, and tie it up, take it to overtime at least. But they were just trying to run the clock out, and they ended up running all the way down the field, and that's when I turned off the game because they were in field goal range. But what happened was we ran out of timeouts and they ended the game. It's because they were running us over towards the end, and they had kind of been running over us throughout the whole game. So that's something we need to fix for our defense. Our cornerbacks, the coverage, in the beginning of the season, it was really hard to watch. Chicago, all our receivers were just getting mossed. We have short receivers, and that's kind of a problem. So they were just getting mossed versus Chicago. Coverage has been, it's been pretty whack. I'm going to tell you that. Now, we just acquired from Tampa Bay cornerback Jonathan Banks. Now, Jonathan Banks is a pretty solid cornerback, and that's why I believe he could help improve our cornerback efficiency, our pass blocking game, basically. Now, I'd like to point something out. Jonathan, I think it's Johnson Badamosi, he has been improving. He's been fitting in with this defense pretty well, and I'm very impressed. He started out, and it was kind of hard for me to watch him. I was very irritated with his play, but over the past few weeks, he's been developing more of a leadership role for our defense, and especially now that Darius Slay is gone, he has stepped in his place, and even just last week got his first interception. Read the quarterback very well, better than DeAndre Hopkins did, and got an interception. So with him improving, that's going to really help our defense a lot. He's taking in that leadership role. And also Darius Slay, he's hurt, and before he was hurt, he was getting his ankles broken all the time. I just see, like, off the line, receivers would hit a simple move, and he couldn't keep up. So that's something he's got to work on. He's got to work on staying on his toes and knowing what to react to, because it could be good, but it could be bad. And I know they watch film in the NFL, so this is what, if they didn't, probably wouldn't hurt him, but because they do, they know that he falls for moves a lot easier. So the coaches will probably tell the receivers, hit a double move or something on it, because he's gonna go after that first move. He likes to attack, and don't get me wrong, it can be good sometimes when they actually only do one move and he reads it well and he goes that way with them and he stops pass, gets a pick or something like that. But most of the time they don't do that, and they hit him with a double move and he's going the wrong way. So, and then they get a first down. So that's what his problem has been. But don't get me wrong, his presence is better than without. We will need him. If we want to win a Super Bowl, we will need him back in our lineup. I'm not sure. Like I said, Bade Mosey, he's been improving. I don't know if he would take that starting role or that number one role at cornerback. If Darius would keep it when he comes back, we'll have to see how good Bade Mosey does. Tomorrow will be a good example versus Sam Bradford and the Minnesota receivers, and I think it'll be a good test for him. But first, we have to see what he can do, as he's getting one of the team captains spots tomorrow. And when Darius Slay gets back, we're going to see if those two can get together, because I know Johnson, like I said, he's improving. So if he's improving, he turns into a good number one quality cornerback, and Darius Slay's also a number one quality cornerback. That's some shutdown shit right there. So that's what we want. And last but not least, this isn't really 100% controllable, but injuries have been a bitch this season. And DeAndre Levy has basically been hurt the whole season, just coming back from not even playing many games last year. I don't think he played any, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. All I know is I never saw him play last year, and now I haven't seen him play. I can't recall seeing him play this year. I know he has, but I haven't seen it because he's never here. He's always hurt. He's been hurt for the past 2 years, and I'm not sure if he's coming back. Now, Darius Slay, questionable for this week. I'm not sure if he's going to return, like I said, because it's questionable. Ziggy's getting back from his injury. Theo came back from his injury and had an amazing impact. He had 19 fantasy points, and I didn't start him. And Haloti Ngata will probably be back as well from his injury. They were saying that last week, and things are been looking pretty good apparently to Lions News, that he probably will be back. And if that didn't make any sense, my bad. Just pause and go back and listen to it again and try to comprehend what the hell I just said. And as you guys all know, this was kind of something that a lot of people were hyped about. His season, Amir Abdullah, and that came to an end really early in the season. He had a foot injury, and it didn't seem to be too bad when he first went out. He was able to walk himself to the sideline, so I thought he was fine. And then it turns out he's out for the season, so that was kind of that one kind of hurt there. But it is what it is, and I still think we can win the Super Bowl without him. So, no offense, nothing against Amir Abdullah. I'm just saying, I feel like our offense can have its alternatives, as running wasn't even our main strong suit in the first place. Alright, and to finish off, I want to go over my schedule predictions for the rest of the season. I have up there my predictions so you can see. I'm going to explain why. I think I just said explain. Explain why I believe that will be the outcome, and as you can also see what we have so far. I believe tomorrow actually, we will beat the Vikings. They lost 2 in a row. We just lost our game against Houston last week, but I feel like just something tells me we're gonna win this game. A little bit more than something told me about last week in Washington, and even just the past 4 games. Something's told me more we're gonna win this one than I've had a feeling for those other ones. Also, we're gonna beat the Jaguars. After our bye week, we're gonna have a week. I think that's when we're gonna really get together. And that's when we're really going to start becoming playoff mode kind of team here. So we're going to definitely beat the Jaguars. They're not doing as good as a lot of people expected them to do. They did pick up a lot of great players, and they have a lot of talent, just they're not coming through together as a team. And I think we can exploit that and take advantage of that. Then you have, I say we lose to the Vikings at home. Now, I feel like that's when the Vikings are going to kind of hop back on their ship. Probably week 10 or week 11, they're going to start getting back in their groove. And they're going to come and want to beat our ass at home, because we beat their ass at their home. So who else? Who wouldn't, And then I say we're going to beat the Saints in New Orleans. I might hit that game up, so if you are, let me know. I might even go to that Vikings game, which I say we're going to lose. So I'll let you guys know before I go, and I'll probably make a vlog about it or something like that. Or a vlog. I'm not sure which term I'm supposed to use. But anyways, let's get this wrapped up. Saints, we win. They have a terrible defense. We're going to take advantage of that. Our defense should be good enough to at least give us the better step forward, if you know what I mean. The Bears, come on, it's the Bears. I don't know how the hell we let them win last time. We're not letting that happen again. The Giants, they're a solid team, but we just have to win this game. We're gonna win that game. Cowboys, now this one's interesting. This is the one damn game that I'm not gonna need my ticket for, Sunday ticket, and we're gonna lose. You know, unless I'm just putting losses because I'm just gonna assume the Cowboys aren't gonna be 100% stupid and start Tony Romo when he gets back. If he's not, well, let's just say he gets back and gets hurt, I wouldn't be shocked about that. And then Dak's back in, but that might lower Dak's confidence. So if Dak gets benched and comes back, you know, I feel like that's going to be a problem. If that's not going to be a big problem. We could probably win. With Tony Romo starting, we're definitely going to win. If Dak never gets benched and he's playing all the way up there, we're definitely taking that L. And in my situation, I'm looking for worst case scenario. So that's why I'm going to give us this L here. Packers, we have to win. I know we're going to win that game. You know, this isn't a team. I don't think we've lost 2 in a row to this team for the past 3 seasons, and I'm going to hope that doesn't keep up. You know, and also last year with the Vikings, where I believe we're going to at least get 1 win, possibly 2, is because we got swept last year. We swept them the year before, and we got swept last year. I don't think most of the team is coming back from last year's squad, and I'm doubting they're going to want to have that happen again. But then again, I said the first time we see the Packers this year, we're going to kick their ass because of the bullshit they did to us last year. But I was wrong about that. I mean, we tried to get a comeback, but we lost. It's all good. We are getting 1 win for sure against the Vikings. So whether we switch up tomorrow as a loss and then November 24th as a win, either way it's happening. We're getting 1 win against Minnesota. So that, I feel like I'm correct. Dallas possibly a win, and that would, like I'm saying, my worst case scenario schedule, we're going to end at 10-6. And that's got to be good enough to get us in the wild card. So if you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. I do apologize for not having any videos recently, but I have some more news, so stick around for just like 1 more minute. Sorry, my dog just ran into the table. Listen just 1 more minute, and I'll tell you. Alright, so me and my boys are all making a YouTube channel. Okay, I understand the title is silly, but we're a bunch of teenage boys, and that's why it's this name, and it's going to be a fun channel. It's going to be kind of similar to this one, but it's a group channel. Me and my boys, we're all going to be having fun, you know. Check it out if you want. It's going to be called LittyTitty. Yep, that's right, LittyTitty. And if you go on my channel, it is on the page where it says partners. You'll see it. This is the logo to the channel. So yeah, if you are interested, we'll probably start making videos in mid-December, around Christmas time. I'm gonna tell you that. So sub early, so you could say you were subbing before we even had videos, because we'll blow up, I promise, just for those people. And if you're not even subbed to my channel, you need to do that, because I've already put out like almost 50 videos in like less than half of a year. So I'm balling. Even though I haven't put out a video in a month, this is my first one in a month, I'm still balling. I'm putting out a lot of shit. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Check this channel out, LittyTitty. And that's it. Jaboogie out. Thanks for watching.